days a year. Of course, at sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com, we've got free picks in every game every single day. So you just go to the website. You can always grab free picks there. Of course, here on the live show, we try and go through the card. You know, if the card's really big, we kind of just skim over it and just give the picks that we, you know, on games that we're, you know, a little bit more confident in. And of course, if you're looking for our best bets, the games we like the best, the ones we're betting today, those are the ones you find in the premium area. I was on a heater in the premium area yesterday, man. I just like hit a brick wall. I don't know if it was that Monday Night Football game that got me, you know, it's just boom, all of a sudden that was the event that turned it. But, you know, I bounce back from days like that generally. It's like I knew I wasn't going to be able to keep the pace that I was on. I was just a little surprised that Duke came out and fell flat on their face. And I went back and forth between giving out Duke and Kentucky as my premium pick. I went back and forth. I just picked the wrong one. So a lot of free winners. I hit my parlay on the show yesterday again, a 3-teamer, I think, and I hit my 2-teamer in the video. I think Rod hit his parlay as well. I think everybody hit every pick in their parlay except for one. There was only one pick in all of the parlays that they hit yesterday. So we're taking some names here, and you know, thank you guys for all the love you guys have been giving in the comments, man. I get so many nasty comments, it's not even funny. But I appreciate all the really good ones that you guys have given me. It's been you know, I've been through this for a long time, and I don't think I've ever gotten this many positive comments, and most of the positive comments just talking about how much you guys are winning. And it's not the dollar amount, it's that, you know, it's that I'm winning more than I ever have. It's like all those things, you know. That's why we're here. That's why we show up. I know some people, they do their videos and they run their business and they run it like a business, and it's like, you know, they're only in it for the money. I've worked with those people. I know those people, and you can see right through it, right? And it's like, you know, the other side of it, it's like we're here because we love it, and people say I talk too much or whatever. Yeah, because I'm having a good time. You know, I don't want to leave the party. I'm still here. I'm still hanging out. I'm not ready to go yet. But anyways, I am going to do, so I have a little bit of an announcement to make. On Monday, I said I was going to do a Cyber Monday where I can add a consensus report to any 3-day, weekly, monthly, or yearly package that you purchase. Okay? So the way that we're going to do it is, and I've done it. I got the tech guys to be able to do it. You guys are going to have to be patient with me. You know, when you email me and ask me to hook up a consensus, you can't send me an email and say, I can't see the consensus. You send me the email, I will send you an email back saying it's live. It might take me a little bit because we have a lot of people. So it might take me a little bit. But you will get it. And the way that it's going to work is that if you already have a yearly subscription, I will add this on that it will coincide exactly with your yearly subscription. So it'll run until the end of your yearly subscription ends. If you have a monthly subscription, it will run until your monthly subscription ends. If you have a weekly, it'll run to your weekly. If you have a 3-day, it will run with your current 3-day. And that's the way it's going to work. And you know, I can't bank days, you know, that we missed, you know, Monday and Tuesday and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of work, and I don't usually complain about the amount of work. You guys see the videos that I'm doing and all that stuff. It's just, I'm only one person, man. So I'm doing the best that I can. I wanted to do something for Cyber Monday. It's way better than 50% off and way better than all that other stuff. So take advantage of it. We're going to run it from now until, I don't know. Let me bring the guys in. We'll ask them when we're going to run it to. Oh, missing somebody here. Well, I hit the wrong screen. There we go. I don't know. What do you guys think? Now until 2 weeks or a week? How long do we run this
December
special?
31st? Oh.
December 31st. Bitler loves trying to break
Well, maybe
me.
Christmas Day it's over.
Christmas.
I don't know.
Christmas.
Yeah, but then what, the day after Christmas, we're not fun anymore?
Or Boxing Day?
Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
I don't think so.
Then the 31st. New Year's. Happy New Year.
New Year's, but you have to email me to take advantage of it.
What's Boxing Day?
Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. It's this Canada thing. It's like, basically for us, it's the day you return all the stuff that you didn't want.
Yeah.
It was invented before gift cards. And it's basically what happened. Now it's the day where everyone goes and uses their gift cards to buy everything at half off. It's like that's basically what it is.
That was the slogan on Boxing Day's business card. We were here before gift cards.
Pretty much, So, like I said, send me an email. In the heading, put consensus report. Say exactly the package that you purchased. Okay, if you purchased a 3-day, if you purchased a 5 weekly, if you purchased a yearly, if you purchased a monthly, say exactly whose it was, and use the email that you used for your account, and I will make it right. I will have a consensus report that runs right along with it for the exact same days, and I will do it. I will add it on 100% free, and that it comes 100% out of my pocket. So, happy holidays. Speaking of happy holidays, Brian, what do you got for sale today?
Well, before I almost hit my 3-game parlay because Cleveland State cashed for me, but by the time the rest of the guys got it, they might not have cashed on that one. But anyway,
we don't care about your parlay. We care about what everybody. We're a team.
Well, they might. Community. I mean, I don't know what Cleveland State was at the second I gave it out, but I know that it tipped off at 8 plus 8. So anyway, what I have today is my Red Hot Handicapper 3-pack. I'm on a 13-4 run, 76%. Over my last 17 plays. And in the NFL, if you just want one play, get my golden President's Choice, 15-4, 79% in the NFL over the last 19 selections.
We're going to talk about that NFL game in just a minute. I mean, we have a Ravens team that's played very, very poorly coming into this game, and now they're missing half their team. It's basically an NFL punishment game is what this is, and we'll be discussing whether or not this game should even be played. And I think the only reason to play it is to punish the Ravens for not following protocol. Chris? You're going to sit there and look at me like I got two heads, or you got your sound off or something?
I didn't hear you talk to me. I didn't hear you throw to me.
Well, I said Chris.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear that.
You're the only Chris on the show. At least the Chris that used to be on the show, unless you want to become that. We can arrange it.
All right. Well, I will start by saying, guys, tune into the drive-thru tonight. I'm opening another door on the Advent calendar, so we're going to see what I have for you guys in store tonight. I also got Joe Duffy and Rod's going to be on there. We've got Ron Romanelli, myself, Tony T, Al Ninos. It's going to be a loaded show tonight. But what I got for sale, I got my Whale Bet Wednesday 3-pack. Killing college basketball, 3 on the basketball leaderboards right now. We're going to take some more names today. We're going to have a really good day. I got it over $29.95 over at the website, or I got my single play for the NFL tonight for $25 over at Pick Dogs Premium.
That was awesome in that Kansas game when they missed the guy didn't make it to the hoop for the dunk at the end.
Yeah, I was sweating that game out.
He didn't make it in time. He didn't make it.
I was telling Ron, I'm watching the video waiting for him to come back to the computer because we're doing our tournament or our capper contest.
Nah, it wasn't even close. He wasn't even close.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I thought he was going to run slam, and I was like, it hit 0 1. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Well, I couldn't believe Kentucky didn't box out on that two missed free throws. That cost them at least a point there.
Rod, what do you got going on today? And how is the contest going? So here's the thing. People keep emailing me and messaging me about the contest. And like I said yesterday, and I'm going to continue to say it, I don't run the contest. I'm here to root you guys on, to cheer you guys on, to say, go for it, man, and to try and give any advice that I can, which is tread lightly, man, on your picks. There's no reason to go, just because you're allowed 3, you don't have to do 3. It's like, but it's easy. You can't win the game. You can't win the contest on day 1 or week 1, but you sure can lose it. That's for sure. Rod, how many people swept the board yesterday in the contest?
There was a few, definitely more than one that I seen sweep the board. There were a couple guys that hit some nice money line. One guy hit a nice money line winner. I think somebody was on had Army money line,
Navy money line. or Navy money line.
What's the number one issue people are having, or that you guys are having, with people in the contest? Is it not getting the picks in time? Is it not having their number on the picks? Is it, is it just, or is everything just smooth sailing? Because you guys seem pretty happy. Me, I'd be aggravated as hell by now. I'd be, I'd be, I'm not doing the show anymore. I'm walking.
I think Rod's the same. I'd be throwing people out of the contest.
These guys are like, we'll run the contest. I'm like, great.
Say no more.
Where do I put my pick at?
It's like normally I'm like, well, let me think about it. I'm like, yes. Okay. You got it.
The problem I'm finding is just people are excited, and when you get all excited, people try to read things too fast, and then you zip through it, and then things get missed, and you miss where you're supposed to put things. Just slowly calm down, take a breath, breathe, and then just follow the instructions. We've laid them all out. The thing is, some people they didn't know where to get their number. They can't find their number. So I think everybody's got their number now. And now people know where to put their pick, because in the beginning people were like, "Oh, I don't know where to put the pick," and all the rules are there. You just have to look at the rules, read the rules, and follow. We made it pretty clear. Besides putting big giant neon arrows, come this way. But it's pretty good.
What do you got for sale today? We'll move on. We'll talk about the contest. I'm sure there'll be plenty of time to talk about the contest. And what we'll do is, like, every few days or so, we'll show a leaderboard of the contest and the top 10 or 20 or something, depending on how many, or how much separation there is at the top. But
separation, we have 3-0, and we definitely had 0-3.
We don't really officially accept Bitcoin, but I could probably work something out where you could send us Bitcoin, and I could send you a coupon, a voucher for whatever amount of Bitcoin you send me, if you want it to spend at the premium site, if you want to do it that way. So I know we can do better in that area. We're working on it. We got a lot of stuff going on. Wow, Ricky with a $15 super chat. Thank you very much. Like I said with the consensus reports, I'm not going to be able to do those. I see a lot of emails coming through already. I'm not going to be able to even start on those until this afternoon, so you guys are going to have to be patient. But I will do the best that I can. But, Rod, you got package for sale?
Yeah, for me, I got Rod's Wild Wednesday triple going on. I got 3 college basketball games that I love in there, and we're going to slam the books with those 3 today. Love those.
Yeah, I already said I didn't have a good day in the premium area. So if you want to slam me my premium picks yesterday, man, go ahead. I'll throw you out, and we'll go through the whole rigmarole. But it's like, I've been on the heater, and I said, it's like, these don't last forever, and it's like, like I talk about my wins. When do I talk about my wins? It's super rare, man. That's like that. I don't think that ever happens. Believe me, I was on top of the leaderboard for a month, and I didn't say anything. I mean, I said it maybe twice, only in response to comments like this. I was number 1 for about a month. I'm still on there. I don't even know.
You're number 1 right now.
I'm still number 1. I didn't even look. I don't care.
Well, I care.
Yes. And I hit my parlay yesterday on the show. I got a 3-pack of college hoops today. I could have easily gone to 10. I mean, I see
really?
a lot of games.
I didn't see a ton of meat on the bone.
I saw a lot of meat on the bone. And I tell you, I really like a lot of games. And it's like, I'm thinking about adding more picks, but that's usually a death march. So I'm kind of, that's the only reason I didn't add more, is because it's usually a death march for me. But I really, really like some. So I'm going back and forth on it, so we'll see how I'm feeling after the show. But let's get to it. See, here's another Ravens money line. I've seen more Ravens money line picks than anything on tonight's game. Brian, we got a mess of a game here today. We got a Ravens team that's played horribly coming into this game for weeks. I mean, absolutely horribly. They've been beat by the Patriots on Monday night. Ever since that game to the Chiefs where they were kind of exposed, I mean, this does not look like the Ravens team that we saw last year that was just dominating teams, and they were unprepared for Lamar Jackson. This has been a Ravens team that has just looked very, very disjointed, and especially offensively. Defensively, they've made some plays. It's kept the team in games, but now they don't even have a running game tonight. They have one running back, right? Gus Edwards. Everybody else is out. Dobbins is out.
I think J.K. Dobbins is available for tonight.
No, he's out, and Ingram is out, and they're all listed as out as far as I saw. And, their defensive line is out. Their offensive line is out. And it's Robert Griffin III at quarterback who, let's just say he had a playoff team to work with and he was unable to do anything with it. And he hasn't really seen a lot of action in years. And if he was really worth anything, there's a lot of teams that could use a quarterback right now. Believe me, Jacksonville would be knocking on the door for this guy and probably paying way up for him. So that just shows me what's going on with it. I've heard mixed about Dobbins and Ingram.
Yeah, I think Dobbins is in. Ingram is out.
I think he's out. But I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's one player.
Yeah, it's one player. It doesn't matter. They're missing just so many key players here.
So your position is the books are going to give away money on Steelers tonight.
Well, they did on the Saints on Sunday, and the books generally don't give away money, but I think the books were hoping this game was going to get canceled. That's what I think, man, because this one, I mean, it's in Pittsburgh. There's nothing here. Even if the Ravens were at full strength, they were up against it in this spot. I mean, they've been terrible the last month. They've been bad.
I think you just pay attention to the line, see how it goes up until kickoff.
I believe that in a lot of cases, and I think that in 50% of the games, and if you could find, if you can work within those 50% of the games, and generally you're really good at it, and that's why you have the record that you do. You give a minimal amount of picks, right, and you work within this range of games that you have. But this game, I believe, is outside of that because you have outside factors, and it's like the Steelers aren't just going to take their foot off the gas against their rival. They're going to rub their face in it, man. They're going to.
I'm just saying, tread lightly if you're going to bet the Steelers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Believe me, it's a 3:45 game Eastern time. I'll be on at halftime, and I don't care if the drive-thru is on or not. I'm going to preempt them and come on at halftime. If the drive-thru is on, which it wouldn't be, right? Because 3:45, the drive-thru is on at 6. I should be able to do it. It's going to preempt the. It'll preempt the my computer show, if anything. So sorry, Charles. Maybe I'll do the computer show a little. Well, if the game starts at 3:45, when the hell am I going to do it? I should have done it this morning. That's too late. It's a little too late for that, isn't it? Brian, so what are you thinking here? I mean, maybe an under? I think that's the for me.
Yeah,
that's the play.
What I'm recommending for my free pick is to take the under.
Yeah, me too.
I think Gus Edwards is no slouch at running back, and I think
he's a tremendous.
I think we will see J.K. Dobbins. I think we see a Ravens team that plays good defense today. I think the Steelers, as always, will play good defense. I think it'll be a lower scoring game. They want to get this game over with, get the heck out of there. So give me the under and give me the Ravens defense to score the first touchdown plus 3,900 for $50.
Gus is one of those guys that doesn't get credit. Like Miami doesn't get credit for him being a Miami player in the NFL, even though he played his entire career at Miami and did like the senior transfer portal. Gus the Bus. But
yeah, I like Gus.
Gus the Bus. That's what we used to call him at Miami, Gus the Bus. And he transferred out his senior year in the portal, and he played. I don't even remember where he played his senior year. He played somewhere else where he got a lot of playing time, and now he's in the NFL, and just like all the other Miami running backs, right? Just every other running back that's come down the pipe in the Miami system in the last 15 years, they're on an NFL roster.
I think the Ravens' schedule is pretty weak to finish out after this.
The only Miami running back who's not on an NFL roster is Mark Walton because he can't keep himself out of jail.
That helps.
Yes, he's the only one. But Travis Homer, who was Walton's backup, is in the NFL. Anyways, Chris, what do you think here? This is a real shit show. mean, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. I can't disagree. I like the under as well. I mean, I'm seeing that J.K. Dobbins is off of the injury report, but he's not expected to play. So leaves it all up to Gus Edwards. I think this is just a bad matchup for the Ravens. I'll take the under as well. I don't see a whole lot of scoring being done on that side. And I'll take Chase Claypool, my first touchdown score at plus 850.
I'll go with Connor. Rod?
I think Connor's out.
Is he?
Connor's out.
I'll take the other guy. The guy from Kentucky.
Benny Snell?
Yes. Rod?
I agree with you. You got to take the under here. Definitely not going to be a whole lot of scoring on one side. It's going to be lopsided. Definitely, that's going to be an ugly game. No scoring. I would take the under. And if I had to, I would take Pittsburgh. I could not bet Baltimore in this spot.
Trace McSorley plays. Boy, that would be the nightmare of nightmares, man, if you have money on the Ravens. It's like you said,
he
Trace
looked good in preseason games.
He's terrible. He is terrible. He is.
I disagree.
It was like, remember when like that the NFL, it's like, this is like the Mel Kiper stuff. Remember like when Christian Hattenberg was seen as a reasonable answer at quarterback in the National Football League? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, what exactly have you been watching for the last 4 years? This guy's
2 years
hideous.
ago in the preseason, he had a great preseason.
Yes.
We didn't have a preseason.
So did who's the guy on the Cowboys that I always say is like, this guy is the king of preseason. Oh man, the guy from Central Mich,
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. Yeah, Cooper Rush is awesome in preseason, man. He's the king of preseason. He's like undefeated in preseason. He has like Dan Marino preseason numbers. Awesome.
Well, they would have cut McSorley if he was really that crappy.
Nah.
I think
He's probably super cheap, and they figured he would never play, and he could just run the practice squad. I'm telling you, that's probably what it is.
I think Kuiper's analysis of Hackenberg was pro-level quarterback with elite arm strength.
Yeah.
Should find a team fairly quickly.
See,
he found third string on the bench.
I mean, Trace McSorley is perfect. He's perfect for the Ravens for the practice squad because like they have like the athletic QBs like RG3 and Lamar Jackson who are kind of running QBs or whatever, while Trace McSorley could fill in to be the quarterback for whoever they're playing. The scout team.
McSorley reminds me like a Montana. He's shorter. He got that.
What? Like
Joe Montana.
Like Rico Montana?
I know I'm reaching a little bit.
Oh.
He's not even like Joe Montana's like cousin like Rico from El Paso. It's like
yesterday on the Computer Pick Show, I was talking about how lucky I am. How I'm just a lucky person. I'm one of those people. It's like I go up to the big wheel in Vegas. The thing, the worst bet in the house. It's 40-1. I put $20 on it. I hit it. I'm that guy. Right? I'm just super lucky. And somebody wrote in the comments, "Don't short yourself." And it was like, I thought it said, "Don't shit yourself." I said it on the show, and I'm like, I wonder if the guys who copy our show are going to use my "don't shit yourself" bit. It's like, you see other people doing the "don't shit yourself" bit, they're copying us. But it's like, I almost did that when Bittler's doing his Trace McSorley, Joe Montana comparisons.
It's like the sign you tap when you're walking out of the locker room above the door. Don't shit yourself today.
It's like you're watching the Montana, the Bengals Steelers Super Bowl where he hits John Taylor with less than a minute left to go. He goes, "God, he reminds me a lot of Trace McSorley." Got another super chat. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Anyways, Brian ditched us, but we gotta get
He was embarrassed. He was embarrassed after the Montana comparison.
We got another super chat. Thank you very much for the super chats. Much appreciated. Certainly not required or necessary. 4,500 Sky Management. Nice. Anyways, let's go to some college hoops. I like the under is my pick, and I like Snell for first touchdown. We'll go to college hoops. We got a great card today. Really good card. I did this video pick this morning. Stanford versus Indiana. And I also did this one, Texas, North Carolina. I did not do Howard against LaSalle. These are two lousy teams. Brian, little Howard for you. Brian actually covered his plus 35 Creighton bet with me. They were nowhere near a regular cover, but they did cover the. If you give them double the point spread and they're getting nearly 20, you can win.
You said to me I would have taken 20 or 25. I would have 30's the least I would have taken.
You actually gave out Omaha plus 19, so you actually said you would take the 19. That's where the whole discussion got to.
Okay, I forget.
Yes, of course, you forget. Thank you for the super chat.
That was a lean. That wasn't something I was. But I was leaning it. But when you offered me 35, well, I bet that any day at that number because it's such a high number. I was worried.
This show is a podcast. Do you ever think about making this show a podcast? We're on Spotify and on iTunes. Here's our logo. I'll show you right there. Boom. That's our cover. It's called Picks from the Doghouse. We are on Spotify and iTunes. I guess I haven't done a good job of advertising that. We'll call it a total flat failure. I haven't advertised it at all, to be honest with you. But we do have a podcast. It's called Picks from the Doghouse. It is this show. I hit the button right here and I just record what we do. And then after the show, I say, these guys are still talking about all sorts of stuff. And I say, I got to go because I got to upload the podcast. Because what happens when I do it, I can't hear them anymore, and they just talk about me in front of my face. Say, we weren't talking behind your back. Right, but I can't hear a word you're saying. Anyways, Brian, anything here? Indiana, Stanford? I love Stanford. I just like betting against these Indiana fans ever since the other day, and it really got me. And North Carolina, Texas, Shaka.
I'll tell you what, yesterday we cashed with our free pick on Texas over Indiana. But today, Indiana's looked like crap, so I think I'm going to take the points with Indiana. I think they bounce back. That's a lean. And then Texas, I think they take out North Carolina.
For the in the championship, the Maui Invitational, which is halfway across the world from us in Maui. It's like it's in Asheville, North Carolina this year. I mean, it's always a great event here, but yeah, it's weird. It's so weird that it's in Asheville. Even my wife, I said, she's like, what are you doing this morning? I said, well, the lines for Maui Invitational came out. I'm going to do the videos and get them out there on YouTube for everybody. And she's like, even though it's in Asheville, North Carolina. She even knew,
Why they call it the Asheville Invitational?
No. It'll be back. I mean, look at the field. I mean, the 7-8 game, right? The 7th versus 8th place game is UNLV versus Davidson, is the 7-8. The 5-6 is Providence, Alabama. I mean, this is a good tournament. If your 5-6 is Providence, Alabama, I mean, that's sick. Those teams will finish higher than that in their conference.
Next year's Invitational, you should fly us all out there and we'll check out the Maui Invitational on site. And
do a broadcast? Let's do it. I'm down. No problem.
I love college basketball.
Yeah, let's do it. There's no better place to watch a game. We'll get Bill Walton to be on the show with us. We'll ask him. He, there's some people that are in the know at my club. So we'll see what happens.
And then after the Invitational, we could have our test of strength on the beach race, and then a little surfing, a little golf. There you go.
Thanks, Brian, for just organizing my entire Thanksgiving.
Our feats of strength.
Thanks for organizing my entire Thanksgiving, because it is Thanksgiving week. Normally, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday is Thanksgiving. Chris, any picks in these games?
Yeah, I like Brian, but I'm going to be on the other side of both of those games. I like Stanford. Indiana's, burned me in the last couple games, but I still think Stanford's a better team. Slayer Williams and and Oscar Da Silva. I like what Stanford's doing, so I'll lay the bucket with Stanford. And I like North Carolina. I'm still high on this North Carolina team. And Texas got to the final, but I think this is where it ends. I think North Carolina only being asked to lay a point. I think North Carolina is the much better team. I'll lay the point with the Tar Heels.
Yeah, I gave out Davidson on the video. I said the exact same thing that happened in the game. I said it's going to come down to the last shot. I said it in the video. I didn't say it after the game.
Who won the Davidson game? I missed that score.
Davidson lost by 1 point. It came down to the last shot. Exactly what I said in the video. It's going to come down to the last shot. Rod, of these two games, we got to move on because we got a lot of ground to cover. But who do you like?
I like Stanford over Indiana here. How can you not? I'm not going to get burnt on Indiana again. Stanford's a better team. And I like Texas here over North Carolina. I'm going to go with Texas. I think Texas wins it.
What is it? So, I mean, we're getting conflicting on this Ingram and Dobbins. So I show them out on ESPN. So I don't know what you guys are looking at, but I show on ESPN they're out.
I had Ingram on the COVID list, but I heard they were going to try to get the running backs playing.
I heard Dobbins, Ingram, Snead, Tyree Phillips, Skura, DJ Fluker, all out. D'Anthony Thomas is out. Derek Wolfe is questionable. Brandon Williams out. Calais Campbell out. Justin Madubuike out. Matthew Judon out. Pernell McPhee out. Terrell Bonds out. Geno Stone out. I don't know.
When was it last update? I don't trust it.
I don't trust that either, but who the heck knows? I mean, I've looked. I don't see anywhere where they're in. I've looked in a couple different places. I mean, you can't tell me that Covers is possibly wrong.
I was looking at Covers.
I med it fun.
You didn't, and I gave you the look. I
went right past you guys, Like, far be it from Covers to give incorrect information. I love those guys. Sleazy can you get? Anyways, I like Stanford and Texas. Got Penn State minus 4.5 against VCU. Cincinnati minus 14 against Lipscomb. Morehead State plus 25 against Ohio State. Pacific minus the 5 against Montana State. St. John's plus 1 against BYU. And South Carolina Upstate plus 7 against Eastern Kentucky. The Colonels. I know Chris loves the Colonel. Brian, any of these games?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yesterday got burned big time by BYU. They stink. It was my worst pick in a while. And St. John's they gave out as a free pick, I believe. I like the Johnnies today. I think they handle business with BYU.
Another one. You ever think about making this show a podcast? It is a podcast. It's on iTunes. It's on Google Podcasts and Spotify.
Didn't you mention before about giving people a shirt if they reviewed the podcast on the? No.
No, I didn't. My house is under construction right now. I don't even know where the shirts are. So that's the last thing I really want to do. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll do a free consensus report add-on giveaway with a T-shirt giveaway first, and at the same time have Rod and Chris running a contest that people still think I'm running. It's like, tell Rod. It's like, I'm not telling Rod shit. It's like, you tell Rod. You ever talk to Rod like when he's not on the show and smiling? Yeah. I get the call from my tech guy. It's like, you got to talk to him. It's like, I don't know what's up with Rod, but you might want to. It's like 7 o'clock at night. It's like it's got to be 10 o'clock where he is. He's like, I don't know what's up. It's like, I'm not asking Rod that. It's like it clearly says it in the rules. It's like, I'm not going there. It's like, what, it looks stupid. You don't have to answer that. What, Chris, you like anything here? Colonel.
Yeah, I like I like the Colonel and their 7 herbs and spices that they're laying against South Carolina Upstate. I liked it. I loved it at 4, but I still like it at 7. South Carolina Upstate lost to a Division II school, and Eastern Kentucky can score. We saw that against Xavier. So I'll take Eastern Kentucky, and I like the over in St. John's BYU. I think that easily gets to at least 160.
So Ravens plus 10. I see so many comments like this. Ravens. Almost every comment I see is Ravens. The thing is about this, and someone said I have Steelers -3. I had Steelers -3 too, and they nullified my bet because they said said the day of the game was this. So you might want to double check your ticket if you have, or where you've placed that bet, because normally on the tickets and your bets it says the game has to be played on this day by this time, and it's normally midnight of that day that the day of the game is scheduled. They don't carry the bet over. So even if you had a ticket for yesterday when they were originally going to play the game, that might be canceled as well. So you got to double check that. They're not just going to give you 7 points for free, the books. I can guarantee you.
Exactly, yeah.
I can guarantee you that. Rod, what do you like of these games?
In these games, this block here, I like Penn State over VCU here. Penn State's just a better team. They'll get the win and cover here. And I'm with Brian here. I like St. John's over BYU. I think BYU is running out of gas. All the games they've been playing. I think St. John's takes advantage and beats them up. Beats St. John's.
So here's my favorite comment so far today. I gave you all some lock last night. So our picks all sucked, right? And you gave us all the winners, right? Is that what happened? Is that the same as Thank Me Later? Or is that I told you? That's I told you.
I hope he's in the contest. I could see what his record is after 30 days.
Yeah, me too. And also, I think our picks, I think I gave out, my 2-team parlay on the site was a winner, and my 3-team parlay on the show gave out Kentucky. Everyone hated that pick. Look at the YouTube comments. Oh, my God, man. The more popular the YouTube channel gets, the nastier the comments get, right? I like in this.
I did a 5-teamer, but the one pushed, so it would have been a 4-teamer.
That's fine. That works. I like VCU against Penn State. I think Penn State lost too much from that team last year. I like Lipscomb against Cincinnati. Same thing. They lost Cumberland. And Lipscomb actually has one guy that's just an absolute beast. They have a guy in there that can, I don't remember his name, but this guy can really play. And I think he's going to give Cincinnati some problems. I think the Bearcats win. I just don't think they cover that number. I like Moorhead against Ohio State. I think it's like 95% on Ohio State in this game for Brian, scorekeeper, people that bet like Brian. I don't like
They were on my list, but I just couldn't pull it.
Anyways. Clemson -35.5 against South Carolina State. Alabama -2.5 against Providence. This game moving from a pick'em. West Virginia now +9 against Gonzaga. In my video, I said if it got past 8, I'm switching sides. So we'll see what I have to say when we get there. Michigan -15 against Ball State. They've shown me nothing. Iowa State -1.5 against the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. That line down from 4. The Fairfield Stags against Hartford Hawks without Mark. We got this game -4. Man, I miss Mark when I hear Fairfield versus Hartford for sure. Northern Illinois -9 against SIU Edwardsville. Jacksonville, the Dolphins, -10 against Presbyterian. Seton Hall, this line's finally moved, +2.5 against Rhode Island. We got the Wichita State Shakas -10.5 against Oral Roberts, Brian's favorite. We got Xavier -23 against Tennessee Tech. Texas A&M -26 against Tarleton State, if you can find it at your books. We'll stop there. Those are the 7 o'clock games, man. Full card. Also, Duquesne against Greensboro at 6. I omitted. Brian, anything in that massive block of games that does it for you? Ed Cooley's will be out there. He's already started coaching.
The game that would have been my premium pick if I had 4 picks would be Oral Roberts. Love them today. I don't see it being any more than 10 points. I think it's a 7-point win for Wichita State. It's their first game of the year. I think they come out slow. I think they're losing at halftime, and then go Oral Roberts keeps this close. And the other one I like is Rhode Island plus the points. I've been following the Rams a little bit this season.
I would just check to see if they modified your parlay and paid you out on 2 teams. I would just check it. Because normally if the game doesn't go on that day, they cancel your ticket. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's not the first time games have been postponed. Even it's like a baseball doubleheader, like when a baseball game is canceled and played the next day as a doubleheader and stuff. You don't get the same bet.
Yeah, take Rhode Island. I like them plus the point. I think they beat Seton Hall.
I see a lot of public play on Seton Hall, but I think you're dead wrong. I think that's one.
I said Oral Roberts is my favorite.
Yeah, because you're starting to see Seton Hall's line go up, and that's a bad sign for Rhode Island here. Chris?
I'm just waiting for Brian to lose his mind if Oral Roberts schedules a non-conference game against Morehead State. I think I love Ed Cooley, but I'm gonna take Alabama here. I just think I like Alabama's depth a little bit more than Providence, and I think Providence needs to shoot a little bit better at the free throw line for me to have any confidence back in them. And man, I'm leaning towards South Dakota State here as well. I just think that it's another spot where they're not getting much respect, and Iowa State. They lost a bunch of pieces from last year's team, and I think that they're not as good as past Iowa State teams have been. So I'll take South Dakota State here. I think South Dakota State could win this game outright.
Rod?
I'm going to go Seton Hall. They beat up Rhode Island today. I also like... I'm going to go with Iowa State. I don't think South Dakota State's going to get it there today. Give me Iowa State. I think they beat South Dakota. That's a good run, but Iowa's going to win that one.
Thank you guys for all the positive comments. This is crazy. Like, no, I'm used to. Go ahead, Rod. I'm sorry.
And then take Ball State worth $60 shot. I think that might be too many. We'll trust Michigan.
Yeah, I'd go at least 600 on that personally. Michigan is such a public team, and Ball State has like these two really good guards. So it's like that's generally how you beat that's why the tournaments, like in tournament games are generally good, is because it's mostly teams with good guard play, and Ball State has a couple really good ones. I like them too in that spot. I like Morehead against Ohio State. I already said that. And I liked Gonzaga originally, but I think I'm starting to move to West Virginia now that we're past 8. I like Gonzaga at 8. I think, and I like anything higher. I like West Virginia.
Yeah, I miss West Virginia in that mix. I should have said West Virginia. Too many people.
I also like Wichita State here. They're out of they're. Brian likes Oral Roberts. I like Wichita State here. I just think that, with Greg Marshall being fired and all that other stuff that happened there, it doesn't mean that the roster doesn't have Greg Marshall's players. Wichita's been stacked for a very long time at this point. Murray State against Middle Tennessee State. Xavier, Tennessee Tech, we said that one. Kennesaw State. Woo, Kennesaw up against UAB. Only 24.5. Rod, that's something. Rod's like 24.5. Did you say Kennesaw State? Yes, I did. Southeast Missouri State plus 5.5 against Southern Illinois. The Salukis are on the floor today for the first time. Middle Tennessee and Murray State. Murray State's stacked, man. I don't know if you guys have seen this beast. But I guess having John Moran on your team probably helped recruiting a lot. Oh, man. It's like, yeah, we had this guy. Like, I'm in. He got drafted in the NBA draft. I'm in. New Orleans against Louisiana Lafayette. That should be a good local rivalry. I'm going to guess that if there was fans in the stands, beer sales would be tested for record highs in that one. New Orleans versus Louisiana Lafayette. Drexel against Quinnipiac. SMU against Houston Baptist. Florida State, North Florida. Norfolk, Old Dominion. This is how bad Old Dominion is this year. They're only 6.5-point favorites over Norfolk State, who was 2-0 to start the season. I bet you they have. Well, both their games were lined. We'll have to take a look at that one. We got Memphis minus 20.5 against Arkansas State. Texas Rio Grande Valley minus 8.5 against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. We've got Tennessee Martin against Evansville. We got California Baptist at Southeast Louisiana. All right, Brian. A lot of meat on the bone there.
Yeah, I like Nevada to take apart San Francisco.
That wasn't in that. That was not in the games that we just mentioned. We had a lot of games there. That wasn't one of them.
God damn it! We didn't make 9 o'clock.
No, it was only 8. We're only at 8 o'clock. Now, if you want to say something, if you were looking for the McNeese Dallas Christian game, I would tell you there's no rotation numbers there. There's not going to be a line. It's not going to happen. That's why I didn't mention it. But San Francisco, Nevada is for later. I love Nevada. I'm with you too. I don't know. I don't love Nevada. I'm back and forth on it. I gave out San Francisco in the video, but I'm also kind of thinking Nevada. Let's just say I don't have any money on that one. I like Murray State.
Yes, since we didn't get to that one, I do like Nevada, but earlier on, like you mentioned with Murray State, I think they're a machine. So
Stacked.
I would lean to them in Middle Tennessee.
Yep.
I see it line up high.
Yeah, Murray State, the Racers. I'm racing to the window to bet the Racers. Chris?
I'm sure a lot of people.
I like Murray State as well. I can't disagree.
Oh, now I'm off Murray State, but that's okay.
Oh, great.
I was on Murray State.
Put up 173 points against anybody, regardless of who it is. And it's impressive. So I'll take Murray State. I'm going to lean towards Evansville. This UT Martin team hasn't played yet. They were one of the worst defensive teams in the country last year, and if Evansville's going to get a road win, it's probably here. So those are my 2 picks for that block.
Rod?
I like Florida State over North Florida in that block. North Florida just stinks this year. Go down a little more. I'm going to take Houston Baptist plus the points. I don't think SMU's got the team to blow teams out by 30. I think that's closer than the 31.5 there. I'll take Houston Baptist. And I like Arkansas over UT Arlington. I think Arkansas is a better team. We can easily cover this.
Did we do that game?
Number here.
I don't think
Arkansas.
Did we get to that one?
No, that's 9.
Oh, did I jump in the number?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oops, my bad.
I like Arlington in that one anyway. But we got I like Murray State. I just think, I like the Club Med there. Murray State for me. That's probably, and Quinnipiac. I love saying that. Quinnipiac. I think like 2% of the public's on Quinnipiac in that game. I like them. They've always done us right. We'll be talking a lot of Quinnipiac on Fridays to come.
Yep.
All right, let's move ahead.
Bobcats.
Northwestern versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. Whoa. North Dakota against Dixie State. It's going to happen. Dixie State +2 against North Dakota. It's like, what's the line in North Dakota? Dixie State. This is a new one for me. Dixie State is new for me. I'll admit it. Are they in the book?
I think they're in the WAC.
Didn't your former partner go to Dixie State?
I'm legally not allowed to bash him in relation to his college. But if we want to just bash Marietta College, we can do that on its own.
He was rejected as the fourth Dixie chick.
Dixie State on page 216. you know you're balling when you're.
I think they're in the lap with like Chicago State.
The Trailblazers launch the transition to Division I status after a decade as Division II tournament perennial. Wow. They're in. First year. Dixie State. They're going to be a regular. Break out the logo for the videos. Yeah, I'm not touching that one. Missouri against Oregon. We got San Francisco, Nevada. Santa Clara and Bakersfield, no line, which is weird. Arkansas against Arlington. Rod and I are already on the opposite sides of that thing. Tennessee State Belmont has no line. I'm going to guess it's canceled if there's no line on that one. Wyoming against Incarnate Word. Word up.
Word.
UNLV Davidson, Washington State, Oregon State, and Baylor, Illinois. The big one. Brian?
Nevada and Texas Arlington, I think, are strong plays here. I think Texas Arlington gets a crack at the SEC. It wouldn't shock me if they kept it within 5 or 6. And then Nevada, I think they blow out the Dons.
You have to remember, Arkansas is loaded. They are really loaded this year. But the issue with Arkansas is that they're super young. So it's like their team, like in March, they're probably going to be, you're not going to be saying that in March, you know. They had one of the top recruiting classes in the country. Arkansas did. Top 10, easily in the top 10. You know, it's all subjective, but easily top 10 recruiting class by anybody's, measure. But I just think that Arlington, I like the way they D up. And I think when you D up like that, you can hang in there on the road. It's going to be close, that 14 and a half.
You're not going to be able to cover it.
Chris, how bad's Davidson going to beat UNLV?
A lot worse than the 6.5 would indicate. I don't know why the line's trending in UNLV's direction.
How about Oregon against Missouri, man? I mean, what's up?
I struggled with that game because I think Oregon has the talent, but I just think that Missouri can keep this one close. It could be a one-score game at the end.
Who stepped on the duck? No one.
Not me.
Not me. See? There it is. Is that it for you?
I lean towards Nevada here. I think San Francisco was a bit of a letdown after that win against Virginia, even though it was a few days ago. I think it hasn't really gone away. And I lean towards Oregon State as well. I just like Oregon State a little bit better than Washington State.
Thanks for the super chat. We appreciate them. Certainly not necessary, but appreciate it all the same. Rod, what do you got?
We know I like Arkansas. I'm going to go...
You just like saying pig suey, don't you?
I'm going to take the Ducks here over Missouri. I think they got it. It is their first game, so it worries me a little, but I think they're a better team than Missouri overall. I think they get the win there. And I'm going to take Arkansas Pine Bluff. I think that's way too many points for Northwestern to cover. They're not covering that many. That's too many.
So here's, I'm going to guess this is about Ingram and Dobbins. They're eligible to play, but did not make the trip with the team.
And, of course, take Davidson. I'm not taking UNLV.
I like Davidson against UNLV. I'm back and forth on that Nevada-San Francisco game. I liked San Francisco initially, but I think the smarter play at this point is Nevada. I've seen some things in the overnight line movement that led me in that direction. Illinois-Baylor. I took Illinois in this game in my video. You guys know I rode Baylor like no one's business. Hey, Lamar Jackson's out. Brian, does that change your pick?
No way.
Lamar Jackson's out. Did you hear the news?
I'm sure the books don't know that Lamar Jackson's out.
Shocker.
That is a shocker, man. Is that?
Well, yeah, we got really give you grief. The third is in there now. So
breaking news.
Breaking news. Really give you grief. The third.
Really god awful.
The Richmond game is canceled. We didn't go over Richmond. So is Fairly Disinterested. It was announced on ESPN. I don't know what that means. Is Lamar Jackson playing?
It was announced on ESPN.
Oh, the LaSalle game is canceled. Dobbins is out.
I was hoping Lamar was playing. That'd be great.
Okay. It's that time of the show. Chris Ruffalo. We got 900 people watching. Be sure to smash that like button. And this is awesome, man. I love having the big crowds watching the show, man. It kind of makes the whole energy of everything go. I appreciate all of you guys for sure, man. And like I said, if you've purchased a weekly, if you've made a purchase in December, a weekly, a 3-day, or if you have an existing monthly or yearly, send me an email. In the subject line, put consensus report, and I'll match your subscription with a consensus. We're not going to do daily packages. I can't do it. It's too much stuff to do. But for the longer terms, I'll do it. Or if you have an existing yearly that you've been buying yearlies with me for years, I'll do the same thing. I'll match you with a consensus report that will coincide with your package. But you give me as much information as you can in the email. Don't just say, well, I got it. And then I look there and it's like that email doesn't exist in our system. Oh, I use my other email. It's like, I think people, they think like we have like 4 people that buy picks or something. It's like thousands and thousands and thousands of names. It's like, you remember, don't you? Sure. I try to, but it's like, even I can't remember. Chris, what do you like for your parlay?
900 people, so we're going to try to put them on a few more parlay winners.
Chris, just get to the picks. Mm-hmm. You talk
Good
too
Lord.
much.
Jeez, okay. 14 parlay, Stanford, North Carolina, Eastern Kentucky, Murray State.
Stephen Fusco, if you did the super chat, you can get a shirt, no problem. Someone in AC, he saw them put $50K on Ravens first quarter.
That's kind of an odd bet. Why would you do that? First quarter.
I've seen some way odd bets, man, in my lifetime.
$50,000 for a first quarter.
I've been at the window for some of the oddest bets you'll ever see, man.
What's wrong with that? You get in, get out quick.
Nah, I don't like that. I bet the whole game. I don't mess around.
So this is a good question. So with the contest, are we good if we get in early? Like I have EKU at -4.5, but when I put it in, but now it's at 7. We'll have to take a look at something like that and see exactly what time it was put in.
That's what we've been doing in the contest. If you put your pick in and it's at 4, and we'll look.
If you were a handicapper on the site and you sold that to somebody and it did hit right in the middle there, I would refund them their money. Yeah. You would not get paid on that. That's for sure. I would refund them. I wouldn't even think twice about it. I wouldn't even ask you. I would just do it. Rod, you got a parlay for these fine people?
Yeah. For these fine people. We're going to take Nevada minus the points, Illinois plus the points, Ball State plus the points, Davidson minus the points, and Arkansas minus the points.
Davidson, Arkansas, and who's the other one?
Arkansas, Davidson, Ball State, Illinois, Nevada.
6-team parlay.
5-team.
Brian?
5, just like yesterday.
Nevada plus the points, Oral Roberts plus the points, and West Virginia plus the points.
Murray State for me. Morehead State. Murray State. Let me find another state. Morehead State, Murray State, and
Dixie State.
Ball State. Ball State, Morehead State, Murray State. 3 states, none of them are states. How about that? Have a great day, everyone. I will see you guys at halftime of the Ravens-Steelers fiasco. Have a great day. And, of course, Ruffalo, who the hell's on the drive-thru again today? Is Rod Zawacki on? How about some Romanelli? I need some Romanelli, man. He had his exam on Sunday. He couldn't be on the show. You know.
Well, you get a double dose of Romanelli. You got him yesterday, and then you're going to get him today as well. Got Al Ninos. Joe Duffy's going to be on there. Myself, Tony T, Rod. I'm trying to find out who else is on there.
What's the over/under on Romanelli's amount of time working with us before he gets the real shit mouth? You know, it's just blurting out stuff. You know, like I do. It's what's the over/under? I give him about another 3 months.
And how could I forget? We got Ann and Shane on tonight as well.
Nice. Everyone's been asking where Ann is. She's on the drive-thru.
But drawback, you don't get any Ron Romanelli tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, no double. Oh man, that hurt. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. I'll see you guys at halftime of the Steelers-Ravens game. I'll also try and throw in a computer pick show at some point. So have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Thanks for all the really nice comments you guys have been giving us. It's fun to win. It's remember some of those when we're running not as hot. It doesn't last forever, but it sure is fun when it is lasting, and we're certainly going to enjoy it while it's here. And over time, we've proved to have a winning record. We haven't been on heaters like this, though, but we'll take it. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll try and act more professional tomorrow.